For a duel between Toadster in the Eris-class battleship and against Entity in one of his newer ships. Currently I got the HUD off, so it's a bit of viewing experience, but unfortunately it also covers up the chat, so I can just do that. Check. I'll do that occasionally. Virus is a very large heavy battleship, I think roughly 60,000 blocks, with a lot of armament and a lot of armor, and a lot of survivability. Now I'm gonna go look for Entity ship. Roughly guessing it's in this general direction. Odd. Something gonna be here. Huh. Might be due to how I teleported over. I'll cut this out. Fixed. Okay, that's better. So this is Entity's new ship, huh? Interesting. Looks like a very bland blue hull with gun towers. It's like engine pod stolen from Lion. Don't blame me. Don't know what those gun tower turrets are from. That looks vaguely Goliath-y. In main battery here. His only eventual armament is that. Very bland down here. There's a thing that seems like a minor like control bridge there, but very bland design. Nothing really with flair or detail, really. Okay, is the Eris shooting between these two islands, which is definitely something, but I think he may be aiming too high. Yeah, I don't see any damage, at least nothing that's really important. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Miss a lot. Hmm. Render of. So Entity is aiming too high and Toaster is aiming too low. Cravania Gun Casting Company. Put your leg on the right bit of a gun, I guess. Huh. So if you guys here has these very large main battery turrets here. These are just purely cosmetic. Cool though. And then of course these gun towers here, which serves as, eventual armament and also additional forward and back. And here we got a set of PCB Yuskif missile thingos slung under the bottom of the ship. I think what's in here is some kind of Valkway. Also, there's a button missing here. There should be a button there. We got quick orders. Lifeboats. Really something you already see in Minecraft airships is lifeboats. But this thing's so big it can actually fit some. I wonder what Toaster is doing exactly. What does he do? Does he have a bridge here? There he is. Go investigate what Entity is doing. Just does like how the orange really clashes with the rest of the hull, and it's just pure blue. The bird symbol on the side is pretty neat. Just looks a bit out of place when it's just hanging off, especially up here when it gets so tall. I think it would look better if it was, like in line with the hull, so it's actually painted on and not like a structure. The superstructure is also pretty basic and kind of mid, just a tower, really. I mean, sure, the ship's functional, yeah, just, kinda ugly, to be honest. Also, Crimson Plank rudder and tail section gives extra wool, lift, but, that slows you down. Completely bland stern, no engines, no nothing there. Perfect bridge. See down here, there's even this hull seat. Interesting. Yeah, so it's hard to make out some of the shapes. There we go. Eris comes into visual range. apologies for the occasional pauses. I'm currently also eating dinner when it's not, you know, speaking necessary. There's actually interior, actually. Whoa. Let's quickly go into spectator. Oh yeah, there's massive FCS room in here. As you control each every gun. Oh Christ. Oh, it's horrible. Also seems like only one layer of copper. Possibly more layers of iron or other solid material. Got internal firewalls. However, there's also some interior rooms as well, but not really that many. And this is just horrible. Like, I can fix this. I can make this better. Like, dust. Like, this thing here. Nope, this thing here. Like, dust, repeater, dust. Then block. Repeater, block, dust, block. Dust. Something like that, just to make it more efficient to say raw, and this just screams inefficiency to me. I mean, sure, it's functional, but it definitely could use some improvement. Also, there's an air gap in here. For some reason, it's not solid. Odd. That's probably present on the same. No, there's air gaps in the towers. Also, he's using observer blocks. Interesting when, I mean, technically speaking, the fix here is, well, either you could do, let's say, there's a block here and a block here with let's say, repeater, block, dust, block, repeater, then just get like another repeater of dust here, and it feeds both of them, make the solid blocks. Also, whilst me looking through this while it's moving is probably causing so many more block updates for me as I'm looking into it. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna complain about this. Well, I guess I gotta, you know, return a favour for all the Garrus. Also check battle damage. Seems to be nothing. Also appears to be no battle damage. What range? What range? Optimization. Please explain. Also, I'm going to take a look inside the Eris. I see here a similarly bland interior along the main corridor, but I mean, there's also FCS stuff here. Aye. Also the boiler room in here, very nice. Look at all those player heads for cosmetics, very fancy. So look at this much better wiring, see? This is what you gotta do, man. This is what you gotta do. I'm guessing this is just necessity here. And then those air guns there. I do find how curious how you put the interesting. How you put the AA comparator so low down when really, let's say you could just put it, let's say this is a comparator, right? AA gun, orange wool, you know, for AA guns. What you do, right at the bottom, right below the deck plate or something, then you do the comparator here, and you just feed it down, and then along the AA line you just go down, down, down. You don't have to use slabs. You can just use a standard go step down like this with the AA gun, and yeah. Also more instructions again, but hey, um, well, also interesting, we use yellow wool for his AA wiring. I personally use orange wool mostly for the entirety of the AA wiring. Of course, then once the ship is done, I usually turn that orange wool just back to the standard fill wool to not make the AA wool that visible. After all, ship's gotta look good even when it's a burning wreck. See, the SS, yeah, he's cruising, boozing. Firing another salvo. Right, first hits an empty ship. One hit there. Also goes right through that copper. It's like this turret is not having a good time. Also hit right through here into that grey wall section. Also hit to a bridge. So I guess I'm not the only one cursed with that sort kind of bad luck. And some other minor hits. Yeah, I'm guessing what he means by the ruined part is that is, what is this thing? Let me see here. Okay. So that's the main projectile chamber. Right? That is a lot of dispenser. That is a lot. It's all fairly into here and goes down there, but when the gun fires, there's TNT exploding within this chamber. Look. There's not enough time. The TNT already explodes. Like, 1, 2, 3. There's a third layer, so it's 1, 2. Let's see, here we've got first layer, TNT. So it's there, and then another top layer on top of that, which I think is usually done. And this section is too thick or too long and wide because, well, TNT explodes before it reaches the center bit to, propel the TNT visual projectiles. So it's really just a waste of weight and TNT and materials and oh, that's a belt pen. Don't tell me there's no armor in here other than the outer belt. There's no armor in here. And there's also, that is a belt, that has a big weak spot here. Cuts this wiring. Oh no. Oh noes. Yeah, I'll definitely have to DM this to also lost this gun that's destroyed because there's no armor protecting the wiring. This section seems more thickly armored, but this might just be a lie. Oh yeah, that's just straight concrete there. So here's copper protecting here and up here, but not right here. That's a big old weakness. That's not good. It's... oh. I mean, I gotta respect the job that Entity did with making sure they could actually individually toggle every single gun. That is indeed very impressive. But the survivability aspects and the wiring efficiency is, yeah, not good enough. Including this very obvious weak spot. The firewalls, I do definitely appreciate the addition of firewalls. You don't see those every day nowadays in Movecraft. So good to see with Crimson Wood it's making a comeback. Unfortunately, not in a major way, but typically the firewalls usually goes along with some form of armor. And in my opinion, the use of firewalls typically involves a good amount of math and testing or calculations so that you know that each cell is sized just enough for it to not, so that you can actually lose a cell. Even when, you know, you're fully intact, I want, you know, personally I want a ship to at least survive, at least losing at least one entire cell due to fire, while the rest of the ship is completely intact with no armor penetrations at all. So it's just like a horrible accidental fire inside the ship, oh no, and it just doesn't care. He has lost the wiring for both gun towers. His only guns that are intact are these, but they did not have the depression needed, I don't think, to actually hit. Is he even in the bridge? Yeah, he's there. Just, what is he doing? Is he writing a sign? Hey, you can't scuttle. Yeah, he... Ugh. Yeah, scuttling is lame. Plus, I'm personally interested in see if firewalls work. Why? Why did you repilot the battle? You don't do that, because it messes everything up. Yeah. Guess it's just watching stuff burn. Because evidently speaking, yeah, this is... But fire is already spreading throughout the hull. You'll see in the video. But yes. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. So you decide to use Crimson Wood in all the other cells I can see. Maybe that one. So it's a mix? But why? Um, maybe, but really no. His armor was quickly bypassed due to flames. So, oh, Emperor's Angel. Interesting. Well, that's at least 2 cells of flame. 3 cells of flame. Honestly, Entity, I'm perfectly willing to help rewire and refit this ship, just so it actually has good armor, good wiring, and good firewalls also. Christ. TNT minecarted. Yeah. That's the coward's way out, man. At least let your ship burn to dust. Get stuck here now. It's just okay. I'll do TPA just so I can get out of the wreck. Please help me, Booster. Thank you. Yeah. Phew. Hmm. Hmm. I was expecting this to be a nice brawling match between an older ship and a brand new one, but it just disappointed me, really. Like, this is just a disappointment. Like, it has potential. It's a big ship. It's a pretty right hull. Just, it has potential, but, it needs improvement in a lot of areas. Oh boy. Well, that's the end of the video.